howdy.
Well, I guess they're in that direction. Lulu on my ping. Somebody got burned for her. Put traps down where?
Oh, what the? What's up?
That was pretty epic what that dude just did. Jiggle it. I said jiggle it. Just a little bit. Jiggle it.
I would hear that from a grandpa. Like,
What's up, Bella?
What's up? What's up?
Hi. I mean, some of it, but here's the other thing, though. What you need to understand is if we don't have those taxes, schools and everything aren't paid for. And the thing is you can't count on people. If people are so bitchy and greedy and like holding on to their shit that they don't want to pay taxes, do you think that anybody is going to pay out of their pocket to have roads paved, to make sure that schools have supplies or anything else? No.
Very few.
Exactly. They're stingy bastards. Everybody's like that. Everybody wants to hold on to what they have because it's a human instinct. So if they don't have us pay taxes, if it's not a mandatory thing, those things would never get paid for, which means the schools that you went to that has school supplies and textbooks, you know, the roads that you drive on that don't rip your car to pieces, you know, the different things that you get wouldn't exist.
hey, Kate, confirm something for me. Taxes also go towards our military infrastructure, right?
Yes, they do, and they pay
My
for our
man,
police
yep.
departments.
Love
They pay for our military. They pay for our police departments. They pay for our firefighters. They pay for some of our emergency personnel. So yes, absolutely. But that's my point. I'm just going by the basic everyday needs that people have, like the roads and the school and whatever else that people would benefit from. Those things would not exist, nor would they ever be taken care of if it was not mandatory to pay taxes. I'm not saying that we may not be a little overtaxed, because yeah, there are things better about it. But having no taxes those things. Nobody. I won't say nobody, because there are some people, but most people are not generous enough, and those things are not cheap.
No.
So those things would never get paid for.
Damn,
So there's a reason.
Oh yeah, no. I was just saying, like, that's one of the things that we are mandatory from us that we're not asked of. It's just taken.
Let me put it to you this way. My husband is from Sweden, right?
Wait, did I cause this? I'm not sure
No,
what happened.
Joe. Shut your whole mouth.
She's
Yeah, I
teaching
did
me.
cause
She's not
this.
arguing. She's teaching me. She's not arguing with me. She's explaining things to me.
You know,
Sorry.
it's just like
I
I did
didn't-
with you the other day, Joe.
I know. I didn't expect a whole teaching moment about taxes to happen just because I jokingly said
Well,
I
it's
don't want to
because-
go
it was
vote.
because Cobalt was being a bitch about civic duty. And you know what? Okay.
Wait, Cobalt? When did this go to him?
Yeah, when I mentioned that people died for your rights. Well, how about this? They also died for me to have the choice to not go vote. And I'm like, you know what? With all the abilities and the things that you get out of this country that other countries have no access to, the only thing the government asks for is for us to vote and to serve jury duty. That's it. That's what they do. And then they mention taxes, and I'm like, well, you know, let's look at taxes a minute. But here's the deal. All right, which is what I was explaining. My husband's from Sweden, so I have a little bit of knowledge about other countries. It would never work here because we have too many fucking lazy people. But, okay, Sweden is a socialist community, like it's a socialist country. They pay more in taxes, okay, than we do in terms of the percentage, but they also have kind of a quality of life thing. Like, no job, regardless of what it is ever paid a wage that an adult cannot work and be able to have a place to live and feed their family. Even a person working at a... Yes, exactly. They're living wages. They have actual living wages. If my husband was to go work at a grocery store and work that job, he would be able to make sure that we had a place to live, that we would have power, and we would have food. Okay.
Their wages are ridiculously high because they literally pay 50% in taxes.
Well, yes, but let me finish on this, okay? For me here, being in a job at the time I was working in Goodyear for 13 years, I had excellent healthcare benefits. Okay? It did not cover anything for fertility help. So though I was polycystic and had very little chances to get pregnant, even though I had the money to be able to raise a child,
Nothing was gonna happen.
nothing. I had to pay out of pocket everything.
What?
So I had to pay for the treatments and the things that I did, and thankfully it stuck the first time. But my son being having a chance to get pregnant with my son cost me $470 out of pocket. Okay.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's still a lot.
It's still
It's
a lot,
but
oh, but
that's not
now
bad.
let me finish with this. That was with me working the job I was working, with great benefits, where I was busting my ass for 42 hours every week.
Damn.
Okay, and a heavy labor job, and they didn't have maternity leave, which means that I was allowed to leave. I just wouldn't get paid for it. There was no help getting pregnant. Now my insurance after I was pregnant was fucking amazing. Like, my entire hospital bills, OB appointments, and everything cost me $315. That was amazing, but to get pregnant was more expensive than all of that because my insurance covered nothing. However, the doctor that I had also had gone through infertility for 9 years with his wife, so he knew kind of what was going on. But there was one day that I was in there that he told me, he's like, I'm so upset right now. And I'm like, okay. And he wasn't supposed to tell me any of this, and he didn't tell me who it was. But he said, yes, it upsets me because here you are, work hard, you have no children, you want nothing but to have a child, and you're struggling and whatever else, and you're having to pay full price. But I've got a woman in another room who Medicaid is paying for her to have an IUI, for her to have her third child.
Wow.
Okay? So that's our system here. All right? In Sweden, if I had been living there paying that 50% taxes and whatever else,
Yeah.
it would have cost me $30
Damn.
Yeah.
to have what I have here.
America.
And that's for everybody.
Fuck yeah.
Your doctor's appointment would cost you no more than $10. A hospital visit, even if you have to be in there a week, would cost you no more than a couple of $100s.
Damn.
They pay those taxes so that there's you don't have to worry about a medical emergency there. Not like you do here. Here, you're looking at thousands of dollars because you broke your leg. Whereas over there, you broke your leg, it's gonna cost you like $100. And they have mandatory paternity leave. Men are required to take off when their child is born to have a bond and to help their wife, and they're paid.
Yes.
They get longer maternity leave and get paid.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because they focus on family.
Can I just...
Everything there closes, aside from a few factories and stuff. Everything, including grocery stores and everything, closes at 8 p.m. so you can go home and have dinner with your family.
Don't they have specific days? I don't know if it's that specific, but there's some companies that have a certain day off for family days.
They might there, but I know
Okay.
we certainly don't fucking have it here.
No, I
With
meant
all
out in
that-
Sweden. They
I'm
have
not-
a family day.
I know that they have some kinds of things, but I don't know if they do. What are you asking, Joe?
Oh, I'm not asking anything. I'm just saying, with all that in mind, though, I'd still rather live here.
Well, I mean, the thing is yeah, but I've been to Sweden. I have actually been to Sweden, and I've seen how they live. People are a lot happier. Here, we literally live to work. Like,
Yep.
that's what we do. We live to work. The whole point of it is that we have to work because that's all it's going to be. Where over there, they work to live, which means that they work and then they enjoy their lives. And they care about their families and they make sure that everyone's taken care of. So though they have higher taxes, their quality of life, healthcare, and everything
It's so
is
much
a
better.
million times better than ours. And I'm gonna be honest, if I had to if I spoke a lick of fucking Swedish to the point that I could actually carry on a conversation and probably get a decent job, we probably would have lived in Sweden. Because it is actually better there. Like, they don't have, like, even though they have the church that Sweden goes to, you don't have to be a part of that. You can opt out of it. You don't have to be a part of any particular religion. You know, in terms of their schooling, by the time you get to high school, they want you to have an idea of what you want to do, and your studies in high school, half of them are vocational. They are putting you in classes that will prepare you for the job that you will be going into.
Instead of things you'll never use for the rest of your life.
Exactly. So the school that you're getting is useful and is geared towards the job you want to go into. They teach you life skills. We used to have stuff like home ec and learning how to balance a checkbook and stuff like that here. We don't have that anymore. They just completely decided that life skills don't fucking matter. They want you to have these book smarts. But the problem is, if you don't have the common sense and the capability to apply those things, you're fucked. Trade skills now are so highly paid because it was so focused on being able to go to college and get a degree. There are not enough jobs for those degrees. So you have somebody with 1 and 2 degrees under their belt that are working at Walmart or Food Lion or somewhere else because there is no job available for them. Whereas if they had gone into a trade job that, yes, would have been physically more demanding, they would be making 3 times as much because people aren't taking trade jobs because they believe that they are below them.
Right?
Like when I talk about these, I'm 38. You know, I'm 39 in December. I've seen these things. I've seen changes. I remember what it was like when I was growing up, which the economy and things were better than they are. So these are all very important things. People are too fucking greedy, too entitled. They've been raised under that. So it would have to change the mindset of an entire country, and it's just not going to happen here.
Mm-hmm.
But when people hate on socialist countries because, oh, well, what about their lazy people? Well, think about it. If you know that you can work whatever job and you know that you're going to be well taken care of, live well, your family's going to be well taken care of, fed, and whatever else, you get a job and you know whatever job that you wind up in, it's going to be okay. You don't have a reason to feel as lazy anymore because nothing feels hopeless. You've got people here, some people are literally just, you know, entitled brats, but the fact is there are some people who literally are so that even if you have to be in there because they know no matter where they go, no matter what they do, they're never going to be able to afford what they pay those taxes so that there's no, you don't have to worry about a medical emergency. So, you know, when you not like you do here, looking at there's thousands of dollars because literally broke your leg. Whereas over there, you broke your leg. It's going to cost you like $100.
See this?
And they give up. They give up because at that point it's like damned if I do and damned if I don't. You know, I mean, like for instance, my sister-in-law, when my sister-in-law and my brother first got married, when she first got pregnant, she had to quit her managerial job at Domino's. He was working as a mechanic, and they had to be on Medicaid and Medicare because his income was still so low. When she tried to go back to work, they had to spend so much in daycare that it was taking her entire paycheck and $25 out of his paycheck when they couldn't even pay their bills in the first place.
Yeah.
There's a reason. Not everybody that is on the system are completely lazy or whatever else. There are so many people that literally fall in between. Yes, there are a few people who literally just pop out babies so that they can be taken care of, and that is fucking annoying.
My mom did
But
that.
well, and I've seen lots of people that do that, and there is nothing that hurts me more than knowing that when I was trying to get pregnant, working the job that I was working, that literally eventually caused it to the fact that I can't walk for more than 2 to 3 minutes at a time because my back's fucked up. And now that I don't have my job, I don't have the insurance to be able to go get treatment for me to be able to get back to where I can actually work a job,
Yeah.
and when you look at all of those things, that's why I have like a unique view. I have been on both sides. I have been on the I am working really hard. I was working 42 hours a week. I was having like 36-hour weekends, third shift, heavy labor, lifting 75 pounds a night, constantly rolling around these giant spools of wire, whatever, in this very dirty, very hot plant that had no air conditioner, and they didn't give a flying fuck about us. And
Yeah.
half the time I couldn't get the breaks I was supposed to get. And
Oh,
I couldn't even get help to have my first child,
uh-huh.
But now I'm on the other end of the scale where during COVID, my back got messed up. I was supposed to have an epidural steroid injection. It was supposed to happen at the nearby hospital. But when COVID happened, they did not do any outpatient procedures anymore. And there was nowhere else that I could go that would give me that procedure. So my back was fucked up. So by the time that it was time for me to go back to work, they still weren't able to schedule this procedure for me. I lost my job because I couldn't get that injection. And so my back, because I couldn't walk again. I lost my job because and I was not able to get a job. Which means that I went from working 42 hours every week, 13 years, busting my ass at a job, and doing a good job and moving up in the company. I was making $25, almost $26 an hour. Because I was working on a machine I had to learn all the different mechanics for it and everything else. I was good at my job, I was skilled, I had been working there for 13 years, and I had lost it because COVID happened. And I was not able to get the injection that I needed in time for me to be able to get back to my job before they fired me. So I lost my job. And then when I lost my job, I no longer had insurance, which means that then I definitely could not pay for the shot that I needed because I didn't have a paycheck for my job, and I didn't have insurance.
That was cheap.
And so then I'm stuck. I've got no paycheck. I've got no job. I have a back that there's no way for me to get it fixed, which means my quality of life is complete shit. Medicare will not cover me because being that I don't have any medical, I have not been declared disabled because, again, I can't go to the doctor they say that because my paperwork is able to get a job, even though I can't walk anymore because I can't go to a doctor to get that documentation to show them that I can't get Medicaid or Medicare or whatever it is for my age. So I have no way to get insurance. My son is covered because he's a child, but Andres and I are not covered. We have no way to get any kind of insurance because I'm supposed to be able to work, and even though he's working, because I should be able to work, so here I am. Stuck in a situation that I did not put myself in. It was not because I was lazy. It was not because I didn't want to, I didn't want to work. I worked hard for most of my life. I have worked everything from being a waitress to being in retail to doing tech support. I taught bartending on top of working, a full-time job elsewhere. I work, and because I slipped through the cracks, I am now in a situation where I need those government supports. But because I'm right there on the cusp and everything is falling apart, I don't get that help. But there are people that are just like me that thankfully fall into that situation and they get help. So not everybody that has been put in that situation or has to have those benefits are literally just lazy and don't want it. And there are plenty of people just like me. Unfortunately, I don't even get those benefits, so it doesn't really do much for me, but there are other people that are like me that literally had no choice. None.
Yeah.
And that's why it bothers me, because I thought exactly the same as you've been talking about, Daddy. Like, I thought exactly that same way. I was so upset and so angry all the time about it because of how hard I was working, and there were people who were sitting on their ass at home and getting paid. And it made me so angry. This experience opened my eyes to the reality that even someone like me who busted my ass for most of my life could wind up in a situation where I needed it. I thought that there was no way I would ever be one of those people. And you know what? Even after I lost my job, it took me forever to even apply for to be away from doing something.
We got
that
burned,
I
these two
could
bitches.
I was able to get a job. I've
Is he in
been
there?
applying for remote jobs for the past 3 years and still have only gotten a few interviews and callbacks and whatever, but still not gotten a job because I've been overlooked, because most of the time they want somebody to be able to come into an office one day a week or whatever else. And or they want me to not have my son in the room. He's homeschooled. So they're telling me I need to lock him in his bedroom and make him be quiet.
What gun does this guy got?
So that I'm not distracted and whatever. And then I think about it and I'm like, how many parents are out there that would like to have a job but
I
can't
don't have it.
because
Wait,
they have to
I
take
do.
care of their children?
Back up.
Because daycare
Back up,
and
back up.
schools and everything are so fucking expensive.
And for another guy.
You're not gonna get there. So it's hard because there's so many different perspectives and walks of life and things that people have gone through. And you know, I learned a lot after I lost my job on something I had no choice over.
Yeah.
I learned a ton about the world. And I still, to this day, will not take anything unless I'm literally about to just... And the only reason I do that is because of my kid.
Yeah.
If it was just me, I would do whatever I had to do. Like, I know how to survive. I can survive in a fucking live by myself with nothing. I know how to do that. I don't have that problem. My mother would have it.
Now you don't have no mortgage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, unfortunately, that's not fine for.
Oh, if they find that's
Somebody owns that land. Then stumble across you and your ass is your ass. So, you know, whatever. But my point is,
that's
what I had to do.
just become a rat. Just start steal someone's Wi-Fi. Steal someone's cable. Exactly. Just steal someone's cable. Steal someone's Wi-Fi. Start.
I've seen people do that. I've known people. But that's what I'm saying, like...
Or hell, just be a professional homeless person. Travel the country. No.
But my point is if it was just me, or if it was just me and Andres, it would be one thing. We would do what we had to do, even if it was we have a child to consider. So that changes the game. So, like I said, there's so much about it that, you know, here I was. I at that time, in a year's time, the year of COVID where everything was shut down and whatever else for like 3 months and all that stuff around it, I went from being a hard-working, constantly, you know, doing what I was supposed to do and paying taxes and being the breadwinner of my home and whatever else, to being stuck where I can't get the shot that I need to be able to work. I can't walk for more than 2 to 3 minutes at a time without nerve pain all the way up my back that causes me to literally just go off. and I have no way to get any kind of benefits or anything to be able to have the money to be able to get the shot to be able to work. And I never thought I'd be in that position.
Whew.
Ever. So, the world is a hell of a lot more complicated than people realize, and there is a whole lot more gray area out there than people think.
Yes.
Isn't that right, Joe? Kind of like religion, isn't it, Joe?
Oh yes, but something that I will tell you right now. When it came to you talking about Sweden's thingies versus America's thingies.
Right.
Thing. Yeah, going with that.
Yeah, we're
Why
going with
not?
that terminology
The benefits and costs, yes.
like I said earlier, I would still rather live here. I'd rather struggle bust it over here than live anywhere else in the world. This place, in my eyes, is great. Best place ever. Love it to death. I'll never want to betray it. That's it.
I feel ya.
But I gotta go. I gotta go take my dogs out for one last time. And yeah, I gotta go vote. Gotta go be an actual person for once. Oh, no, there went back. All right. But as always, applause to you, Kay. Very passionate about whatever you speak of. Cobalt. I don't even know where Cobalt is. I think he just passed out in his chair.
Probably went to sleep or ran away.
Hey, bro, passed out in his chair. Dawn's playing. I don't even know what Dawn's playing. Zilla joined. We kind of ignored him. Sorry about that, Zilla. But yeah, take it easy.
But boom.
I am. I'm going to.
Just love how Joe's like, and Don's doing whatever he's doing. Also, how do you like this,
I think it's interesting. I could see how it would work. I feel like, well, I mean, I guess you could use the other end for impaling, maybe. You have a blade on the other end, but otherwise, you know, that's more of a slash. Like, it'd be a lot harder with the way that those are curved to actually impale. Like, and
yeah, they just say spear style based on...
yeah. Well, I mean, exactly. Hold on, but I was just saying, like, looking at it, I mean, it was really cool. But I'm thinking about, like, literal mechanics of it, and I'm like, it would be very hard to...
Poison bullets in our windshield.
It would really slash more than anything else.
Yeah, never seen that before.
And the ends of those claws are bent, so you're able to literally make a straight incision.
Centennial?
Oh, it's a Centennial. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never seen poison bullets in that shit.
Are nice. Now, is that okay? I would imagine that's one-handed because the hilt is way too short for it to be dual hand.
Yeah, that is correct. It's not a dual hander. However, at some point I'll be able to learn how to dual wield.
Point.
But I do have a shield.
But again, it would have to have a longer hilt to be able to be dual wielded. Really.
No, dual wielders and I wield two of them.
Oh well, I mean, okay, that's nice.
Which, what I would want to do...
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, So for dual wielding, I don't have that technology. So like at some point I will.
Does it, even if you have to be in there a week, would cost you no more than a couple of $100s. They pay those taxes so that there's no, you don't have to worry about a medical emergency there. Not like you do here. Here you're looking at thousands of dollars because you broke your leg. Whereas over there, you broke your leg, it's gonna cost you like $100. You know, and
So what you doing, Kay?
I am currently working on looking at stuff to pay bills.
Got it.
Because, you know, joy of my life. Jesus, I seriously like saw the P of whatever it was you were starting, and I was like, he's gonna play Phasmo? Like that's how bad it is. I haven't played it in so long. It's ridiculous that I was looking, but it was something else. So
It's this one.
Oh. Hello.
It's okay.
Got a mustache. Got a mustache.
What?
Got a mustache.
Mustache. Yeah.
Yes, you're a mustache.
Having a.
No, I started a new save just so then you can see this. I was playing this yesterday.
Whoever this man is having a strange conversation with me about his mustache.
Don't shove it up his butt stash then.
Oh, it's very aggressive.
Greetings from Alaska. It's here on this charming island that I'll build my potion shop, fulfilling my lifelong dream. I hope that one day you'll be able to see it. I'm among the very first to set foot on the island since Megan, the Witch Queen, fell in battle. Her unsanctioned experiments made this a land like no other. Who knows what is around? Love to your mother. Tell your father he still owes me money. Your uncle. Dearest niece, thank you for sending me your potion. Sadly, it must have spoiled in transit. Unless you meant for it to taste like old cabbage. Anyways, keep at it. It warms my heart to think you might follow in your old uncle's footsteps. After mountains of paperwork and months of construction, my potion shop is finally a reality. We open our doors tomorrow. Wish me luck, although, what could go wrong?
I got this.
Sincerely, Uncle Ollie.
What the fuck?
Nice.
Okay. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
My dream. Come to Rapture. Accept your inheritance and show this town what our family is capable of achieving. You can do it.
They so us from 1 kilometer.
Sylvia, please accept our condolences for the recent loss of your relation, Oswald. Per the terms of Oswald's will, you are the lawful recipient of his property on the island of Rafta. However, given the island's remote location and unusual history, such an inheritance must be claimed in person or else will be deemed forfeit. We hope that this inheritance offers some comfort in your time of mourning. Considering the significant sum your uncle borrowed from our establishment, it's going to be an impressive piece of property.
and what is this game?
It's on your wish list.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It is Potionomics.
Right, this is the one that reminded me of like Moonlighter and
But I pulled this up because guess what? You're gonna make the decisions.
No!
Yes.
I am so fucking indecisive and you're gonna make me make decisions. That's crap.
Oh no. Like, here's the thing though. This is a separate save.
I don't care if it's a separate save. Me and decisions are not friends.
Well, you know what that means, Kay? You get to pick who your other lady will be dating.
Oh boy.
Okay, this place is not all I hoped for. But this could still work. I can make this work. I just need to air it out a bit. And chase off that bird I saw in the rafters. A good thing I got a broom. Forgive me for the intrusion.
Oh shit.
I wasn't
Mustache
expecting
man.
to have the opportunity to ask on
Mustache man saved me.
Appreciation mustache.
I'm Helen, and you're Sylvia, right? We have some business to discuss. But first, I should offer my condolences on the loss of your uncle. Thanks. But I didn't really know him. All the same, it's a pity. Particularly since he left behind such a substantial debt. As his designated heir, responsibility for that debt now falls to you. What? Really? I didn't know that's how it worked. But that sounds fine. I'll be making money now that I've got the shop. Excellent. Would you like to pay the full balance of 1 million gold now? What? I think you'd prefer to set up a payment plan. But that's so much gold. You could build 5 shops with that much gold. What in the world did Oswald do with all of it? Mismanaged it. She's judged by finances. I have his contract right here. Remember? That fine print is very fine.
Welcome to
What did you just do? I've invoked the soul binding, which transfers Oswald's rights and obligations onto you. Make your payments on time, and the shop is yours. Default on the loan, however, and you forfeit the property, and will be legally obligated to work for us until such a time as we deem your debt repaid. That sounds bad. I'm confident that you will have everything you need to succeed. In fact, here, I'll get you started. Sell me this old potion so I can be your first patron. So we have attempt, flail, and blunder.
Oh God.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to read the bottom. Okay.
Attempt to raise her interest in the potion.
Um,
Flail in your attempt to raise her interest in the potion. Blunder your way through an attempt to raise her interest in a potion.
this is very much a personality thing because kind of all the same.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna go with flail. I tend to be more
It's pretty good, probably. Okay. What's to attempt or blunder?
I feel like it's better to blunder if we're gonna be doing all 3 cards. This is what it looks like.
I like you'll think it. Wait, no.
There you go. Now you're.
It's a potion. Wait. The stress is getting to me 40% stress. So stress indicates the current odds on the stress card will be a card.
And of course, we got 3.
Yeah, so there's panic in your hand at the end of your turn. That's 20. That, if it's in your hand at the end of your turn, stress by 20. And despair, if it's in your hand at the end of your turn, increase stress by 20. You cannot play any of them, so...
That's, yep. And she's done.
I'm too stressed to function! Sounds like feedback. Okay.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Well, I trust you'll get the hang of it. You have a full 10 days before your first payment is due. Happy seeing you, Cynthia. Good luck. Of course this would happen. I never should have come here. What am I going to do? Oh, shit! Huh? Ow, my head. I mean... I heard that. You can talk. Well, of course I can talk. You must be new here.
Bounty is
Crafter! Where the strange is commonplace and the birds are chatty.
my god, it's like
To
Archimedes.
go bounty maybe
Makes me
with
happy.
And what are property laws like, you ask? Because I'm pretty sure you're trespassing. I live here, actually. If you can call it living. Eating scraps, hiding in the shadows.
no
I
weekend.
live here. In the shop.
My god.
I didn't know Uncle Oswald had a pet.
Leave anyway.
Oh,
Huh?
did he never mention me? How strange.
True.
Perhaps he was, just so embarrassed to admit how integral I was. Yes, that's it. In fact, I was the brains of this whole operation. My name is... Ow. Howard, really? I guess Uncle Oswald was a first idea, best idea kind of guy. Anyway. Oh, no. You don't want to do that. I saw what happened. That lawyer soul binding should be able to the end of the globe. Miss a single payment and you'll find yourself totally away for untold bills. Paying to a cubicle until... You know what would be funny? If we got a bunch of people to actually, like,
There's
on
someone
screen
in
to
here,
voice out. Hey, it can be Sylvia.
Oh, I can do all kinds of voices. I used to do that all the time. That's the reason why Matthew constantly tells me, do the voices! Because that's what I used to do. I used to do, like, the stream that I did. It was like, I would say it was Burning Midnight Oil, and I would play RPGs and stuff and do voice acting.
Okay, well, you want to do some lines for Sylvia?
Oh, Lord. Really like a solution child. That's why it's... Oh, God. No,
Oh.
you were not going to do this right now, son.
I hear a whooping coming.
Oh, he's really fine. He happens to be a slight narcissist. Actually, it's a little more than slight.
Is he a masochist?
Actually, yes. Actually, he is instead. Like, I have to tell you, I'm a little concerned sometimes.
So, in other words, when he turns about 13, prepare for the chains and ropes.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's more like 18. You know, I'm gonna have to hide the rest of it. Until then.
I can see you around 13.
Oh, I'm not gonna say that he's not gonna have my house at that age. Okay? I'm gonna have to keep an eye on him so that Asphyxia isn't I'm trying to, like, mentally get into
Sylvia.
There's no way I can manage. There's no way I can make enough by selling potions.
Maybe not through the simple route, but you've arrived at a fortunate, fortuitous spot. Your arrival takes place over the next 50 days. A series of contests in which local merchants will go head-to-head in tournaments of artistry and salesmanship. Look, I have information on the first competition right here. You see, the initial prize money will cover your first payment handily. You'll simply have to make a few specific potions in advance. Those are what you'll be judged on. Win the first competition and you'll automatically qualify for the next one, for which the prizes will be even better. And just look at that juicy grand prize. When all that competitions, you'll have the money you need to get the debt collector off your back for good.
You think I've got a shot at this?
Probably. I mean, it's really your own
Indicates
hope.
the current odds on
And I'm going to help. Remember? I know a thing or two. Yeah. So there's panic.
Well, great then. What are we waiting for? Let's do it. You and me,
And
Al.
despair.
We're gonna win this competition.
You cannot let
Let's
any of
do
that.
some
So,
potions. Money. Let's do some genomics.
oh boy.
No, son. No, son. That is not what I mean. I read what was on the screen.
A potion a day keeps the healer away. A new study has highlighted the benefits of daily health potions use in shoring up the body's natural defenses. Increased value for health potions.